Good afternoon. This is Dr. David DeRusi with another community address. As we continue to monitor the medical data and state recommendations for in-person learning, our focus is on bringing students and staff back in the most safest possible manner. As a district, we continue to work with town officials, our food service providers, our cleaning company, and other stakeholders to meet the recommendations provided to us by the Department of Education. To maximize classroom space, we are using a 6-foot recommendation to design our classrooms. Working with building principals and our cleaning company, we will be removing all non-essential furniture to create more spacing. Each class should only have in it what is truly essential to the instructional process. Rugs, cloth chairs, certain play items, and some manipulatives will be removed from the classrooms to support the proper cleaning of each classroom and all the other essential items. Each school will have a medical waiting room established. This is a room separate from the nurse's office, and it will be used should a student display any COVID-19 symptoms while they are waiting to be picked up by their parents or guardians. Masks and proper hand hygiene will be strictly enforced in this area, and when it is occupied by a student, it will be monitored by staff. Disinfecting and cleaning will take place every night and in between any visits to this room. Principals and their COVID response teams have been working to put together plans for the arrival and dismissal of students, as well as the movement of students in the building during the day. Students will all be part of a cohort group. They will enter the building, go to their classrooms. They will have assigned seats. Students may spend the better part of their day with their cohort group. They will be moving as a group when needed, and there will be a limiting of the commingling of students. Again, this is designed, first of all, to support any type of contact monitoring if we should need it, and it is also part of a plan to reduce the potential of spreading the virus. Lunch and recess will also look a little different as we return to school. Students will need to be 6 feet apart for meals, and will have assigned seats when cafeterias are being used. Working with that food service provider, we will be creating grab-and-go options for our students. These will be breakfast and lunch choices, prepackaged for easy access. And the reason and rationale behind that is, should we also be needing to serve lunches in classrooms, it's better that we have some prepackaged options. There will still be hot and cold choices, and our food service manager has been trained in proper cafeteria operations to support any of the COVID-19 guidelines. Recess, like the rest of our day, will be conducted using social distancing guidelines and proper hand hygiene recommendations. Principals will be developing plans to support frequent mask breaks and scheduling recess that maximizes their outdoor space. This is just a brief summary of the steps taken following recommendations to make our in-person learning a healthier environment. For more details, I have it listed on our website under document 3. One question that keeps coming up is, what will schools' response be should a student or staff member exhibit or contract COVID-19? We were provided very clear guidelines on this by the state and the Department of Education. And we have built our responses to these situations around those recommendations. Protocols cover the full range of situations, from students and staff who may test positive to the potential need to shut down buildings or the district due to an outbreak. These protocols are based, again, on CDC and Mass Department of Public Health guidelines. In order for us to ensure a healthy and safe environment, it is important to have all our caregivers support us on the monitoring of the health of their children. Should a child or family member be showing symptoms at home, we ask you to keep the child home, contact the principal, and do not send the child to school. Again, for full details on all of our response and protocols, please view document 4 on the webpage. I would like to take this time to clear up some confusion between homeschool and remote learning. Homeschool means a child will not be a Saugus public school student, and the parent will take sole ownership of the child's education for the year. In order to homeschool, a parent must request it through my office and must provide me with information on the curriculum that will be used, the scope and sequence of a student's day, and what assessments they will be using to demonstrate a level of mastery. Conversation with me over the phone or virtual like this will take place, and then I sign off on the agreement and the parent signs off. So again, homeschooling is totally separate of the Saugus Public Schools. It's a choice a parent will make to educate their child on their own. Remote learning will be supported by the district, and those students are enrolled as Saugus Public School students. We received details from the Department of Education last week on several options for parents. I will be speaking more to remote learning next week in an address. Just a few reminders as we move forward this year. Transportation will be provided only for students grades K through 6 who live 2 miles or more from the schools they are registered in. I will be providing information on requirements and recommendations on riding the bus in a future address. Again, there will be no 3-year-old programs in preschool, and all 4-year-olds will be half-day only. 4-year-olds will be assigned a cohort and will take part in our in-person hybrid model. Kindergartners will also be assigned to a cohort and take part in our in-person hybrid model. There is no charge for kindergarten while we are in a hybrid model. In closing, I will continue to put information out as our situation changes. In my next address, I will talk in more detail about remote learning, hybrid learning, and special education services. This has been a daunting task since we closed in March, and I have not done this alone. I would like to thank school committee members, union leadership, town officials, and you, the parents, for working with me as we plan for what I hope will be a school year that supports more in-person learning time for our students and staff. I'll have another address next week, some more information to be posted for you to read and review on the website. I'm doing my best to give this information out in usable pieces. And again, you can send all your questions to my email page, which is fallreopening@Saugus. And we'll do our best. We're hanging in there. Things are changing, and we will keep you informed. Thank you.